Hello and welcome to this general astrological overview for the day of April 6th, 2022. So today the moon continues her journey through talkative, curious, intellectual Gemini and forms quite a few aspects. So let's go over them one by one. So first of all, soon after midnight, there is a sextile to Chiron. We talked about this a bit in the previous video. So nice supportive energy for healing or shifting or letting go, forgiveness, that sort of thing. As those late night hours go on and into the early morning, we then have the moon moving into a nice supportive sextile with the sun. And so putting us probably in a better mood in that area. And generally speaking, that Gemini moon and Aries sun are both very active energies. That are more focused, generally speaking, on the external world. They are quote unquote masculine signs. And of course, with that added like curiosity of the Gemini energy. So nice supportive sextile there. After that, as the day goes on, the moon moves into another supportive sextile, this time with Mercury, the moon's ruler at this time, while in Gemini. And so that really lends support for our minds and mental activity, communication, travel, perhaps exchanges of various kinds. All of that mercurial stuff is getting some nice supportive energy. So maybe expect some elevated activity in that area today. Or I would say one way or another, definitely expect that because, again, the moon is in Mercury's sign. So that's really locking in significantly today. And also, while this doesn't perfect today, notice that Mercury is moving into and is not far away from a perfect sextile with the, I guess we could call it, lingering Mars-Saturn conjunction. And so our mental energies supporting that at least previously rather frustrating Mars-Saturn, again, Mars wanting to push forward, Saturn wanting to hold back, but maybe our minds finding a way to work with that energy in a more productive way. And of course, what's so interesting about that is, as you can already see in the chart here, is the moon then trines that lingering Mars-Saturn conjunction at virtually the exact same time that it squares the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction that is still building up. So we have had a couple similar scenarios to this recently, but this time it's a square to the Jupiter-Neptune right as we have a trine to the Mars-Saturn. So what is this? Well, this is likely some kind of escapism, and maybe not the best escapism, with it being a square, some stress surrounding that, or the temptation to escape into a fantasy, or mind-altering substances, or just plain delusion or something like that, happening at about the same time that there is some kind of breakthrough energy involving the Mars-Saturn stuff. So again, that attempt to push forward, how do I put this? To know when to push forward with Mars, but also knowing when to hold back with Saturn. We're seeing quite a bit of harmony in this area here today. And again, with the moon Mercury sextile locking into that as well, and then Mercury sextile, the lingering Mars Saturn conjunction, I think we're able to work with the Mars Saturn energy a lot more easily today. And instead today, our challenge is going to be more about not getting swept up in the endless, beautiful mists of the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, which, remember, is now technically co-present with Venus. Even though they are far away by degree, they are in the same sign. And so it's like, well, it's like if you have, if you're living with someone in the same house, you're living in the same house together, but maybe just not sharing the same room, but they're still in the house. Venus would be like somewhere else in our metaphorical house here, whereas Jupiter and Neptune are maybe like living in the same room together. Well, you still feel the effects of the other person in the house, generally speaking, and that's what we have here with the Venus co-presence with the Jupiter Neptune. So there's something here about potentially getting caught up in like fantasy or delusion or illusion. That is a significant risk. But also, though, on the other hand, knowing how to work with this Mars Saturn energy a lot more easily today. So that's quite good. So, I mean, the way that I would use this energy and probably will when this day comes, as I'm recording a few days before the actual day, is knowing that we're going to have this temptation for escapism. Use it deliberately if you can. Say, like, okay, I'm going to take an hour or two to like watch TV or play a video game, and that's going to be how I allow this like need for escapism today some expression. For those of us who have the luxury of time to be able to do that, like, get deliberate about it. Don't let the energy happen to you. You take hold of the energy and use it in your own way. So anyway, that is about all I have to say for today, April 6th. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day.